Hello, everybody. Welcome to the workshop. It's Wednesday.
Hello.
Where is it? There it is. There we go.
We're
So,
all doing
yeah.
well.
Hello, Strange Dragon, Python. Hi, Nex. Hi, Seeker. Hi, Pythos. Ramper. How is everybody this week? Hope you're all having a decent week up to now. I know I am.
They're not Python, they're Pythos.
I said Pythos!
You said Python.
Oh.
I was messing around with that earlier.
Oracle of Sorrow, hello. Oh, you were messing with Python.
Language. What?
So yeah, we're doing Facets today here on the workshop. Which
Mm-hmm.
has been a rather requested topic.
Yep. We're going to cover what they are, how to use them, how to make them, and how to install them on your dashboard.
Nice.
Rusio, it's Wednesday already? Yeah, it's Wednesday already.
It's
Yeah,
Wednesday, my dudes.
it's soon gone.
Hello.
Oh, so Notaki gifted a subscription to Nex. What?
Speaking of next, there he is.
Yes, we know Ryuvi's cute. But yeah, we'll get started in a moment. Just as I say, once we get a couple more minutes in.
Yep.
I still love this.
Oh, the little doohickey thing I made?
Yeah.
Yes, it spins very slowly. Bobs up and down.
Do you know what? Oh,
Put a camera anchor there.
that's what I'm thinking.
Actually, camera anchor there, like with us in the background, looks like a really good shot.
Yeah. Probably about there, maybe. Or maybe a bit further around like that. What do you reckon? That
Yeah, I
one?
think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's...
Means you can just hit the anchor button, and then it'll make
Yep.
an anchor there.
There we
There
go.
you go.
We can have a camera anchor down here now.
That was done live.
That's excellent. Get
Yes.
subbed on, nerd. Nerd.
Nerd.
But yeah, this is a continuation with our series that we were going on with UIX. Is this
Yeah, it
also
does.
some of the stuff? Go ahead.
No, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It does kind of go on from UIX, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all UIX essentially.
Always has been.
Oh
You're not
no.
wrong.
Oh no, that just worries me. Ha! Fail.
You
Can't zoop
can't
me.
use commands in here, but
I'm unzoopable.
Our workshop is a safe environment.
yes,
Otherwise, it would be crazy.
Yeah. God,
shenanigans.
could you imagine how much... Yeah. Especially when we're trying to work and explain stuff and then you get zooped. I think the worst one is... Oh, there you go. Exclamation mark, call cute Ryuvi. Ryuvi's cute!
Hey, that worked.
Zoops are an OSHA violation. So, we will get started. I will give the camera to... Who wants it first?
I guess I'll take it first.
Okay.
Bird. Oh,
Bird.
hello. I'm gonna fly over here, and we're going to talk about facets. So over here, we have listed a bunch of example facets that we'll get to, but Aegis, where can we find some facets already?
So, say for example, when you're editing your dashboard in your home page, and say you accidentally deleted a facet, if you want to know where they are, they're in the Neos Essentials. And they're located right here. So if I double click this facets folder, oh, I may have to spun it out again. It's alright. There we go. And as you can see some facets as well as some popular user-made facets as well too.
A lot of these are the defaults.
Yes.
Oh, it is in there. Great. And there are a lot of facets. There are a few facets in here that are user-made that are very handy, and very easy, very nice to use. Now, in terms of what is a facet is essentially a small UIX panel that you can place on your dashboard, because a couple of screens on the dashboard, like the home screen and the world screen, actually are made of these facets, and they can be adjusted, rearranged, added, and removed to customize your home screen or whatever, however you like. And a facet can be anything, in essence, like we have over here. We can have facets demonstrated. Wraith, if you'd be so...
Oh yeah, I can demonstrate some facets, yeah. Let me just switch to my private UI. I just have to make sure that certain parts don't get shown. But here we go. So, if I switch this to my view, here, you can see on my dashboard here, I've got the World Switcher facet here. I've got my eye tracking facet, the one that nobody cares about, and this command reference. And on my home page, which I keep very simple, I've got a little audio meter, my little logout, my online invisible indicator, online users, and I've moved all my buttons here down to the bottom, which actually was a little thing that Ryuvi made that I have modified. And then I also have a little avatar controller as well on here. So as I say, I've got quite a lot of facets on my dashboard compared to some people, but I do like to keep them all separated. And I'll push you back over to Ryuvi.
Alright. So, to edit facets on your dashboard, if you don't know, and it's a little bit difficult to demonstrate.
Let me demonstrate this actually then.
Actually, great.
So what we do is we'll go back into my POV and I'll open my dashboard. Now you can see my dashboard here, and what I do is I press my button that opens my dashboard on my right hand and I hold on to it and I double tap the other button, and you'll see here now this has come up toggle off UI edit mode at the bottom. So now what I can do now is I can grab these facets, I can move them around on my screen. I could also go into a facets folder, which I'll do shortly, and I can actually get other facets out from here. So I'll show you that shortly, once they've gone over a bit more of the facet stuff, because I need to actually get some facets and get them bundled up ready to show people. So let's get some facets. Let's get into this facets folder here, and we'll go back into here, and you can see here how I've got all these awesome facets in my menu. And what I will do is I don't know, what should we have? I want this debug one. So we click on the pink icon here, which has a little arrow which looks like a little arrow exploding out of a box. What that does is when you click that spawns the objects into user space. So while I'm holding this, Ryuvi can't see what I'm holding, but I do. So then I'll go onto my dashboard and I'll go, I'll put this here, and we can drag this out and make it as big as we want. Now I've got a big massive debug button on my dashboard. And if you want to take it off, just grab it, and the same, and you can also resize the same way as well, just by dragging out the box and letting go. And then once you're done, you can press toggle off UI edit mode at the bottom, close your dashboard, and that will synchronize up, and you'll then have that facet on your dashboard. I think that about covers that one.
Great.
Someone was quickly wondering what custom user color is.
Well, the custom user color one we can actually get to once we get to the examples. So let's save that for a little bit here. But A couple things to note about the UI editing. Right now, we don't have a method for desktop users to shift around their facets and such. So if you want to be able to do that, you need to be in VR. And two, as Rampa noticed, Wraith has a couple of extra tabs at the bottom. That's not something that we openly support right now. It's possible, but we don't have a direct method to, natively do that. So if you're wondering, as Rampa says, if you're wondering why there's additional tabs, those are custom. That's why.
The mirror one is actually done with a facet. I do have a custom mirror tab, which is done with this facet just here.
And it adds a whole new page.
And that adds a new page for a mirror that takes up the whole of your screen.
When you click on it, it flips between front-facing or back-facing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the one that's in the Neos Essentials, though, this one. I don't know if that one does it. But I know the pink one does.
I think I might actually have... Mine is blue.
Oh, mine's pink.
They're all different colors.
Mine is probably an older one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in terms of some facets that we can make, we have a few examples here, and this one here we're actually going to make today to demonstrate how you can make a facet. In this case, it will be battery percentage for your controllers. But a few examples here. We have a cool clock thing that Aegis here made a bit ago. It shows you your hours, minutes, and seconds, but in 3 characters. It's pretty cool. So
minutes, and seconds.
If you like esoteric clocks, that's a cool one to have. I think that's available in your folder in Essential Tools. Good. We also have our facet that we're going to be making today, which is a very simple battery indicator. We have the mirror one, which was demonstrated earlier, which adds a whole new page, a whole new screen to your dashboard, which has a mirror, if you like that. This is a very simple notes facet that I made, where you can write down notes, give them a name, organize things, and because this is a facet and everything that you do in a facet automatically saves, you can keep notes on your dashboard. Oops. This is the Worlds You're In facet by Probable Prime, which is a great way to go between all of your worlds that you're in at the same time, and it also allows you to leave the worlds you're in, as Aegis very much likes to do. Oh no, it broke. You broke it.
Actually, let me spawn out another. But it was hilarious. I was like, wait, can I actually still use it, like when it's outside of it? How did I... Wait, do I have to grab it once? Oh, okay. But it was hilarious because it opened up the window and I clicked it and I disappeared, of course, because I left the world.
That's why the previous inventory over there wasn't working. But this is,
Oh, there we
it just... it does work.
What it is, the
back.
reason why he couldn't click the Twitch HQ one is because he wasn't in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was pressing the wrong one, I realized.
Our battery facet there changed oddly, but this, if for those of you old school Neos users, the legacy world switcher with the molecule, it's essentially that, but as a facet. And for those of you who have eye tracking, I actually made, and I think I have available. If it's not, it'll be in my public folder. A eye tracking facet here that shows you all of your eye tracking information, and I use this to test my eye tracking and make sure it's actually working, because sometimes it likes to not work. And on the right here, we have a facet that Wraith made, which allows him to control various articles of clothing on one of his avatars using cloud variables. And, of course, it syncs across all the sessions and stuff because it's stored with cloud variables, which I think is honestly pretty cool. It's a bit more of an advanced look at what you can do with facets, and it's an interesting look at cloud variables.
Like the little animation on the checkboxes.
Very nice. And of course, up top, we have an example of a more simple facet, which just shows you all of the user counts for VR users. Well, if we can hover over it, and it says users, human users, etc. And you can see them all at one place. This is a good replacement because you do have a users online facet by default, but if you want more information, then you can make facets like this or find a bunch that already exist.
This one came out of Turk's public folder, this one.
Yes, Turk has made quite a few good facets.
Yes, he has.
Over his time. I think I'm not entirely sure of all of like the really good facet public folders, if there are any that exist outside of Turk's and the defaults, but there are many. And of course, you can make your own, which we will be doing next. So the facet that we're going to make today is a facet that allows you to track your left and right hand batteries, and it's great because with this kind of a thing, you can just open your dashboard and at a glance see, oh, my batteries are literally about to die. I should go charge them, or I should replace the batteries. Although I should say that battery percentages on Oculus controllers and other controllers that use batteries, alkali batteries, sometimes don't behave well, just by the nature of how those batteries work. But, getting started, using your dev tip or any multi-tool that has a dev tip, we can go to the Create New menu.
I've got a question from not Snoop, sorry, Seeker here. Can you cover facet resizing while mid-editing your dash? Like a simple control, like trigger drag or something? Well, that's was pretty much what I did show off before, was how to do that. But yeah, I will just quickly show that again.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I need to render my private UI again. What I could do, right, so what you do here is if you can see this box right now, you can see a green box. That's the size of my facet right now. And what I could do is while I've got hold of it in my hand, if I hold my trigger down and start tracing out a box, that will set it to that size instead. So I could make it, you know, super tiny and have it sitting there. Or I can make it super big and have it under there, like that. And actually, you know what? Ah! It just bugged out.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, my dash... Oh, never mind, I detached them from my dashboard. There you go, you got to see something go wrong on stream. There we go. And now I've got it underneath there at a size I want. Hopefully that covers that one. Right, there we go, Ryuvi.
Alright. And I almost forgot, but Emerald Sundisk asked about the custom user color facet, so I decided to spawn it out here and say what this is about. So this facet is one that I made, actually, when I worked with the team to design the new default avatar. And it allows you to set a custom user color, which is assigned to a cloud variable. Like for me, I can click this and make it purple. And if I... Oops. Get myself the default avatar here. One moment. We can get this. Oh, you already got it. You beat me to it. So I'm in the default avatar, and my color here is purple. If I instead click the color, and let's make it red, then it updates to red. And every time I use the default avatar or are in it for whatever reason, the default avatar updates to use this custom color that my facet has set for you. And it persists across worlds and everything. Let's make it, I don't know, greenish. There it is. Of course, this is a cloud variable, a cloud color cloud variable that you can use with anything, so you can have a synced color across everything that you like. Now I need to set this back to purple because purple. That facet, by the way, is just found in the root of Yes Essentials. It is this one right here.
We should include this facet.
And just to quickly answer that question, EXO, cloud variables are variables that are stored in Neos itself on our cloud system. That could be assigned by users. We actually covered cloud variables. I think we did that in Workshop 18, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So you could check out our Workshop 18 for that.
cloud variables also just innately, they are, since they're stored in the cloud, it's values that sync between all the sessions you're in.
Yep.
Very handy for lots of things. Like a color.
Facets, yeah.
Okay, so back onto making a facet now. We can start by making the a basic template facet, which we can create using the Create New menu on your dev tip under Objects and Facet. And it makes this cute little thing that you could absolutely use as a facet right now if you wanted something on your dashboard to just say, replace this with your UI. But that's kind of boring. So we can select this and open it in an inspector. And by default, the facet is called facet. And the thing that makes it a facet is the facet component. Here, you can provide the minimum and maximum width and height that you want this facet to be, that you can set it to on your dashboard. So you can make it so that you can set your facet to not get smaller than a certain amount, or not get larger than a certain amount, etc. So you have something that's size specific, you can allow that. You can also set preferred sizes, so that if the facet is automatically setting its size based on the free space that it's at when you're placing the facet, you can give it preferred sizes there. And you can also give it a list of allowed aspect ratios if you want it to only be, say, square or 16 by 9, whichever. By default, I'm going to leave these as is, because we want this facet to be, quite dynamic, as large or as small as you want. Although I will set the minimum width to be a little bit larger, because I don't think, if the width is too small, you won't be able to read these numbers. But continuing on, underneath the canvas of the facet, we have a background, which this by default is set up to only show when the facet is not on your dashboard. So when you are in your dashboard, it won't have a background because it doesn't need one. The dashboard itself is the background. However, for it to render properly in world space like this, it needs its own background, and this is why this is here. Now, the replace this thing is, as it says, you're supposed to replace this, and we're going to do exactly that. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to add a new child here. And we want these we want these battery indicators to be horizontally aligned, so we are going to add a horizontal alignment. Let's see, UIX. Oh well, let me take a step back. We can do that with attached components, UIX, layout, horizontal layout. I should probably name that horizontal layout. There we go. And I want these to have just a little bit of spacing between them, just so that they don't meld together into one bar. Let's set that to 2 pixels. And everything else here is fine. Underneath our horizontal layout, I'm going to add left controller. And on this, I'm going to add just a rect transform, because this doesn't need to have any kind of visual of its own. And I'm also going to add a... actually... yeah, let's add a vertical layout here. And let's also set the spacing to 2 pixels. Now, underneath the left controller here, I'm going to add a child with the star button up there. And let's say this is the percentage text. And to do this, we can add a UAX graphics text. Black on black doesn't work, so let's make it white and centered. If I just put some text here, we can see what it would look like so. And let's make sure this thing auto-sizes itself so that it doesn't stay huge, even though it's like minuscule up in the corner. And underneath this, I'm going to add a new child. Let's call this the battery bar. Here we're going to add a UIX graphics image. let's give this kind of a dark gray color just to serve as a background for the battery bar. When it's less than 100%, you can actually see how far down it goes. And I'm also going to add to this a UIX layout element, because right now it only takes up less than half of the vertical height. We want the bottom bar to take up as much height as it can, the text being limited to just the top portion. So to do that, we can set the flexible height here to 1. And there we go. Now, on top of the battery bar, we can add a slider, which normally allows you to slide a value vertically or horizontally, but here we're just going to use it for convenience sake for display purposes. So we're going to add a UIX interactions slider, and we want type float. Here it is. Now, the slider needs something to manipulate, so underneath the battery bar we're going to add the actual varying battery level bar itself, and we can do that with another UIX graphics image. There it is. Now, all we need for this battery bar is we need to take under the rect transform, we'll take the anchor max, grab it, go back to our slider, and put that into the handle anchor max drive. We're going to have the slide direction be vertical, and when you set it to vertical, you want to make sure your anchor offset on the X here is 1, otherwise you won't be able to see it. And we also want to make sure the vertical offset is 0. So now, when I click and drag on here, we have a bar that can go up and down, like so. Now, we don't want to be able to... It'd be awesome if you could literally just change your battery level by changing this bar, but unfortunately, that's not how this works. So instead, we want this to be controlled by what our battery level actually is. Now, before we get to that, though, usually battery levels tend to indicate full battery is green, half battery is yellow, and no battery is red. And we can do the same thing here. So, I'm going to add a relations, or for the time being, I'm just going to add a value gradient driver. Value gradient driver of type color. We're going to add 3 points. 1 at 0, 1 at 0.5, and 1 at 1. Our value at 0 is red. Our value at... well, thank you. Our value at 1 is 1, and the in-between value is yellow. So if I were to take the color of the bar here, the tint, and place that in our value gradient driver... oops, I missed. Then, if the battery is high, it's green. In the middle, yellow. And at the bottom, red. Perfect. So, now we're almost set up for the logics for this. We need to add one more thing, or 2 more things actually. Relations, value multi-driver, and we want float. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking the battery value from either the left or right controller, feeding it in here, and we want to drive both the color and the actual position of the slider itself at the same time. And you can do that with a value multi-driver. So let's do that. Let's plug in the value and the progress. There we go. Now, this is just for one controller. We want this for 2, so we can just take our left controller, and since these are horizontally aligned, we have 2, like so. Let's call this right controller. And we have a question from Snooper, is that, do we also want to drive the text as well from that, or we do that in Logix? Well, we can do it through Logix, or we can do it here, and you actually posed this is a good point, and I will actually do it through here. So, we will have here a float value here that represents your battery level. We can use this to drive the text. So I will go under the percentage text here for the left controller. Let me delete the right controller since we'll be duplicating it again. I'm going to attach a utility value text format driver, which allows you to, given a type, you can format that into a string. In Logix, it's equivalent to the TrueString node. We are formatting a float. Our source is our value here, our battery value. I missed again. And our format, we're going to put in the capital letter P. That is for percentage. Now, if I take the content here and put that as our text, never mind, it's not P. I think it's this. Oh, it's one of these formatting strings. Ah, yes, there we go. That's how you do it. So, to format a string using the value text format driver as a percentage like this, you use curly braces 0:P. If you want it to be, for instance, just a number, there's other formatting strings as well, like capital N. We'll format it like this with a number with 2 decimal points, and so on. But we want just :P. And now that we have that set up, I can duplicate this again, and we can name this to right controller. Okay. And I can see over here, Wraith or Aegis, whoever did this, has set up most of the logics for me. Which, what this is we have standard controller nodes, which these controller nodes have an input for battery level. Great. And you can choose the left or right hand. We have the batteries for both the left and right hand. Currently, it's using Wraith's batteries because Wraith has he's getting his user from username here. However,
also,
if you're going to,
I don't have my batteries on permanent charge, so mine actually have different levels.
Okay. Well, so since this is going to be used in user space, you, the user, are the host. So we will be using host user once we get to this point. But for now, we're just going to hook up these values to the value multi-drivers. So our left hand, we get our value multi-driver about our interface card and plug it in there. And the same thing for the right hand. Pop it out, drive the value, and there we go. So you can see here, the values are ever so slightly different. Oh. Aegis controllers are also slightly different in battery, as we can see here. I think mine should be at 100%, yes, because my controllers are always plugged in. So, the logics works. There we go. And to finalize this, we can replace these two nodes here with host user. Which, the host user in this is the headless client Eevee. Eevee doesn't have batteries, so of course it will show 0 for the percentage. Finally, under our facet here, I'm going to add a new child. Call it logics. And I'm going to grab it, set packing root, hold secondary, aim at logics, and let go to packet. You can see it's here. Now we have a completed facet that you can place on your dashboard, and it will show the appropriate battery level for you, for your controllers, if applicable. But of course, in world space, it will just show
I've got my UI shown now again. So what I will do is I'm going to save a copy of this now into my tools folder. So I will go to my POV again. I'm going to save this into here. And you'll see now it's shown up here at the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll click on the little pink thing here. And as you can see now, this now shows my battery percentages. I can go into edit mode by holding my menu button and double tapping. And then I can now drop that onto my dashboard. The only thing is, we can make this really tiny because there's no size limit to it right now.
Yeah, itty bitty.
It's dead itty bitty up there. Or I can have, I know, let's have it here, and let's have it huge. There we go. So now I've now got a big battery bar.
And if you really want to know your battery level.
Yeah. But there you go. That's as I say, we've just made a facet there. We've just put it on my dashboard, and that facet works absolutely fantastic.
Great. We should put that somewhere.
Yeah, we will. Definitely.
Now, battery indicators and other things like this, those aren't the only things you can do with facets. There's also there's all sorts of things. I've seen people make all sorts of facets. And in the future, we actually want well, you already can actually use facets and grid snaps in world space. I haven't seen many people use them.
I like what Rosillo just said. Use half your dashboard just to see battery.
I mean, makes sense.
Well, it would make sense if you could get your battery percentages from your body trackers and stuff, but unfortunately that information is not really that well provided.
It is provided in Steam, it's just not currently available in Neos.
Yeah, exactly. Facets in world, how? Said Ramper.
Have that dashboard example that you could pull out.
Yeah, let me have a rummage around for it. It is here somewhere.
But while he's looking for that, the thing in question is a version of the dashboard that was saved so that it can be displayed in world space to users to demonstrate things to users, and it has a facet board on it, and it can be manipulated in world space. So, Rosilla Riker asks, is that all it takes to make a facet is just UIX, and you can turn anything into a facet? Essentially, of course, to have a facet be a facet, you need the facet component, but the grid aligner, the panel itself, also has a special component that accepts these facets. Here it is. Forgot how you put it into edit mode.
The one that I might have to get the Pacific one out.
Okay.
That's not the one. Is it this one?
One of them.
There we go.
There we go. So this is an example that facets can work in user space. I can... Ooh. Well, it's acting a little funny. Oh, right. They do work. This might not be the best example, but the components...
With it, no problem.
Yeah. The components can spawn out, and you can create facets and use this for all sorts of things. I'm honestly surprised people haven't.
Yeah, it's really cool. Because as I say, you can test your facets on here. Oh, actually, you know what? Ooh.
Actually.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. It works.
I don't need a paste button that's that big. I don't need that.
Oh. You want battery?
Let's see how badly this breaks things. Oh, it doesn't work. That's good.
Aw. That'd be a good demonstration if it worked, but alas. Oh, that's what that looks like, your clock. Yeah, so all these facets, this is just like your dashboard, and this is how it works on your dashboard too. Actually, you could have used this to demonstrate grabbing facets and doing this as well.
I know. I didn't even think about it because it just doesn't cross your mind that this is there.
Yeah. Well, it is. Oh, it just.
This is an example of a facet that doesn't follow facet scaling rules.
Which is sometimes weird. But, excuse me, but, yeah. So, there's even facets too.
I'll tell you what, if my dashboard looked like that, I'd be worried. That is gross.
So Brazil Riker asks, is that how you can edit someone's facets on their menu? So you can only edit your own facets on your own dashboard because you're the only one in your user space. But this is what it looks like while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Granted, if you have a dashboard that's like this, then,
Yeah, you definitely don't want that. Aegis is trying so hard to get that position. Yeah, this is just an example, Rosillo, yeah.
I guess an example of, while we're talking about facets, my dashboard is decently pretty. Of course, me being me, I made it all purple.
But your dashboard is also broken, isn't it, Ryuvi?
It has been for a long time, yes. It's clear. It's transparent. It's supposed to be.
Ryuvi destroyed the background on their dashboard and was like, oh, now I guess my dashboard's transparent now, but they won't reset it because they have too much stuff on it.
One of these days I'll reset it. Kind of cool being transparent though, but I digress.
Oh my god, Rosillo. No, Rafe, you must use your menu that way because they set it up for you. No, this
Here's
isn't
your
my
new dashboard,
dashboard.
Rafe.
Look, it's Ryuvi's.
Oh no! Oops. Okay. Well, let's see. We have about 19 minutes left in the stream. Folks, if you have any questions about facets, or how to use them, or how to make them, or modify them, or etc., now's the time. Actually, I was just reminded, since... Did these screens work? No. But I mentioned it previously, but the home screen is not the only screen that has facets on your dashboard, but the Worlds tab too. You can go into edit mode, UI edit mode, and go to the Worlds tab, and all of these, the tabs on the left, the Worlds, the search bar, the page numbers, all of those can be changed and moved around because they're just facets.
I was going to say, I accidentally once deleted this off my dashboard and it wasn't in the Neos Essentials.
Ooh, well...
It is now.
I hope it is now. Okay, good.
Yeah, same as this. I deleted this off my dashboard.
Yes, be careful with that. But, yeah. And it isn't officially supported and such, but you can have extra tabs that act just like your home screen or the Worlds tab as well. We want to support that in an official capacity in the future.
Yeah, it will be nice to get that officially supported indeed, and not having to use, as I say, like some jank method that I've done to put them on mine. However, what you could do, just an example, is this mirror facet that is in the Neos Essentials folder. You could actually use that to make yourself a custom dashboard tab. No, I don't have Japanese for my labels. These were made by the Japanese community.
Seeker actually points out a good point. There is, if you're having trouble, well, it's a little bit kind of chicken and egg problem, but if you're having trouble getting into edit mode with your controllers, because there are a couple of controller types that actually get into edit mode a little bit differently, 5 wands and Windows Mixed Reality controllers in specific, there is a small facet, a bunch of small facets actually, that enables edit mode for you.
Yeah, on a Vive wand, it's the top menu button, and then you tap it on the other controller.
I think it's the same on the Windows Mixed Reality controllers as well. Except it's with the, I forgot the name of the button on it. Yeah.
The Windows button. There we go. We'll go with the Windows button.
I will note that that doesn't apply to the HP Reverb G2 Windows Mixed Reality controllers, because those have 2 buttons on them.
Yeah.
Rosella Riker, but you need to get in edit mode to put the button on your menu to get in edit mode. Not exactly. You can spawn the button out, and it'll just be in front of you, and you can click it, and then you can put it on your dash.
I think you
So it's not quite...
I'm not sure on that one, to be honest, Ryuvi.
I will try it right now.
I don't know if the edit button just floating around in user space works. Is that UI edit
It
facet?
does.
It does work. Okay. So you can just spawn it and click it. Is that UI edit facet in Neos Essentials?
Which, this?
No, the UI edit facet.
Oh, I don't think so. We should put one there.
Yeah, we'll just chuck it in.
Okay, I have
In there.
a really old one. This itty-bitty little button. I'll put it in there. Yes, essentials, facets, add. There we go.
There.
It's even crooked.
I had a friend have issues grabbing the facet in desktop mode. As we said before, facets in desktop mode, no go.
Yeah, there is currently no way to interact with facets in desktop mode, as I said prior. If you want to use facets in generally any capacity, you want to make sure you're in VR.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a supported feature right now. We'd like to have it as a supported feature. What's this? Anyway, we'll what are we on? We are on 46 minutes past, so we'll go back behind the desk and go do what
And
we
answer
do.
some questions. And I'll just be
Whee!
smiley blue thing.
Okay, so let's see.
Do we have any other questions?
Now, I wonder, Rave, couldn't someone logics up one of these for screen users where you said to Tumble World? And I wouldn't know about that one, but maybe. Yeah, we've answered that one. Here we go. Slightly unrelated question, and it's fine if it goes unanswered. What do you think of the Pico headsets in development to compete with Meta? I'll tell you what. Anything that competes with Meta is good.
Agreed.
I mean, quite frankly, in general, competition is good in
Well,
general
the thing is,
for businesses.
I don't like how Meta have currently got have got quite a heavy dominance now in the VR market because they are the go-to cheap VR.
And how they are on social media.
Yeah. But yeah, they said that is a question for everyone, so that's my opinion anyway.
There we go.
I think, as I say, most of the team share the same opinion as me with regards to headsets. There we go, that's better. Now I'm not glowing.
Unusually bright.
Well, no, I put it above us for when you were over there because it was really dark.
Okay.
Another neat thing is what HTC recently released about info for
Yeah.
face and eye tracking for Focus 3.
Oh, because you've... There we go. I've put you back on broadcast. Because you left the world, you went out of broadcast mode. Ow.
Oh.
But yeah, the focus,
Okay, there we
that
go.
stuff definitely with the focus does look really cool. But yeah.
Let's see.
It's
Priscilla
like,
Riker asks... No, you go ahead.
Oh, no, you go.
Okay. Priscilla Riker asks, I heard many asking for some side of desktop mode where you can build an avatar props in a side program and build an avatar, quote, like Unity, and then import into Neos VR. I don't know if that's even possible. Not necessarily. You can, of course, make the model and textures and all that stuff and get that set up outside of Neos, but actually setting up the avatar, doing the avatar creation, and setting all of the other things that you want in it has to be done in Neos, just because.
It's the design nature of Neos is so that you're designing it in here, whether it be in desktop or VR. The fact that you don't need an SDK, to do it is because you're already in it.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
way to put it. You're in the SDK.
We are the SDK, yeah. You are in the designer, you are in the builder.
You're in the editor.
Albeit there is
Game
a
engine.
Unity exporter that converts existing Unity scenes to Neos, but that's more or less
Well,
just larger.
More so in terms of extracting the raw files from a Unity package.
like where things are placed, lights. It just converts it into a Neo scene rather than a Unity scene.
Yeah, some folks refuse to get on Neos because you have to build it in Neos, but to each their own. I personally like the cooperative building environment, but then again, every single game I've ever played has essentially been that. Although this isn't much of a game, but it can be.
Here we go. I'm sorry, I'm a little worried about bad ad that Thrillseeker posted. Did you watch that whole video that Thrillseeker did on Neos? Because actually it covers a lot more into it than people realise. It's actually... It goes into a lot more in depth, and you know, it's not a bad ad, and it's not a good. If you know what I mean, it's neither good nor bad, really.
It's neutral, which is bad. It's objective.
We cannot work without Unity. The stupid thing is, actually, I find Unity more complicated than working in Neos. Squeaky door.
I would agree with you.
Collaborating in Unity as well too.
Yeah.
And I can say that from experience.
Maybe make a packing format similar to Unity packages that give you ready-to-go avatars or other assets that you can just change the textures on. Well, we do have... Some people do have pre-built avatars and stuff, so...
In regards to that, are you talking about getting stuff, downloading stuff externally, or getting stuff internally in Neos? Because another way that people have done, say with pre-built avatars, and you just swap out the textures. Say, for example, someone makes an avatar base that you can add your own custom textures. People just set up the base in here, and then have it in like a shareable folder, or like a link to the asset. You get the asset in to your own inventory, save it, put your own textures in it, or have someone help you do that. And there you go. And it kind of also saves on space too, because you're...
I mean, the other thing as well is, if you spot someone who has the avatar that you want, and if they say, for example, I'll just use a mentor for example. Say I spot Aegis running around in a Rex, and I say to Aegis, "Oh hey, could you help me set up that Rex?" Aegis could go, "Hey, well if you just prove to me that you own it, like show the purchase thing," he could just go, "Here, have this copy, and put it back to default for me."
Exactly. That's like another way that people do it too.
Yeah, that's what I do with a lot of the avatars, because some avatars can be a bit more difficult to get set up in Neos.
And some people make, say, for example, customizers for the avatars, like how Wraith has for his clothing system. Say, for example, someone makes like a universal clothing system, also with that, also the dynamic variable one, where you can just add them or remove them or change colors of an avatar. It's all something
Emerald.
that I can preset up.
Emerald just says, "When do we get to see Rex Aegis?"
Wait, you have a Rex?
For testing purposes. I forgot I cannot see through this avatar. Oh shoot.
There we go. Rex Aegis!
I gotta fix
We do
the
actually have a
viewpoint.
question from Yo-Yo Boy. I think that's how you pronounce that. Is there an easy way to dock inspectors and other UI windows to a flat 2D area without having to manually align them? Yes. Grabbable receiver surfaces, which I think we covered prior.
I wonder if this one is up. Yep.
I have Rex too, actually.
The thing is, Frill actually really does enjoy being on Neos. Because when he's hung out with us and stuff, for example, there we go, is cute looking Aegis. Now you want to make me put on my Rex.
Me too.
Where is it?
I gotta add dynamic bones to this one. Although I think I was just getting the
Oh, wrong Rex. That's the wrong Rex.
cursed.
Purple. Because of course I
Well,
am.
it's been a while since I've seen that one.
Yeah. Hi, yes, I have more avatars than just Bluebird. Hi,
Wow.
not Fruits. Wow.
Ah, wah.
He did a good job on his jacket, Wraith.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only have this version of Fruits' avatar because I was working on his jacket. Crafting, this is actually Fruits' old texture before he changed. So...
Oh, yeah, I can tell the difference. It doesn't have, like, the orange stripes on it.
Yeah. There we go.
Rex gang.
Oh. I had a bit of a lock up there. There we go. This is one that people don't often see. Is the white one. Because I usually wear the black one. Because I usually wear... Where is he? That one.
Oh, dapper.
That's the one that most people see. Yeah, I'm very dapper. So there we go. I bet Rosillo's watching this and going, "Yee!"
Well, he is watching.
Oh, I know Rosillo's
Yes.
watching.
Mm.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, if anyone is interested, we plan to have a very easy world to get my avatars pre-set up with the option of mechanics. There you go. Yeah, like eat in the world. We haven't figured out, by the way, what we're doing next 2 weeks yet. We haven't figured it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to solve that.
We'll have time.
We will have time.
Really? We're going down that route now, are we?
Maybe. Wait.
Do I... I haven't saved that. Hold on.
It is a paid avatar.
It is free,
Is
though.
it?
It is free inside Neos.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they made this one free. You can go to Nickarida's World to pick it up.
Good to know.
Although I have the paid version, so... Protogen's incoming.
Oh no.
These are not progens.
These are staplers.
Yeah.
Staplers.
Okay. We are coming up on time, though.
Yeah, we've got about 2 minutes. Ah!
This would be a protogen.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's the proto-toaster.
Toaster.
Indeed.
Very
The
nice.
pro toaster.
I mean, what other... We're just here now going through avatars while we're just killing the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Are we now? Okay.
I mean, I have a handful of avatars, to say the least. Like we all do at this point.
Yep.
Which one was it?
I
There
lost
we go.
count. I've lost count of what avatars I have now these days.
Yeah, I've like...
That's
20.
what it was.
This was made in Neos.
Mm-hmm.
Entirely.
Yep, both of them. Cable.
My lightweight
There we go.
avatar. And
This
then we've got
one is
my
lightweight
ultimate.
as well too.
No, my
Lightweight
ultimate.
avatar.
This is my ultimate lightweight avatar, though.
Default headset with eyes. Why am I pink?
Why are you pink? Yeah,
User color.
I have a 2D avatar, yeah. I had a lot of fun doing this.
Oh, even the mouth moves.
Yeah. That was one of the main things, was just getting that. The mouth moving. Oh, hey! Wim, thank you for the 10 bits. And more 10 bits. Timbits. I want Timbits now.
Timbits.
Yeah, I need 2D hands now. What about 2D paws? A 1D avatar.
I do.
Oh no.
The avatar that's simply just a vector.
There we
I'm
go.
an arrow. Just an arrow. This is. I don't even have hands. Hello.
Stop looking at me.
Oh no! Oh no!
Intimidating arrow.
If I equip
Arrow
a tool
stares
tip,
at you, intimidating.
if I equip a tool tip, ooh.
I don't like that.
Wait, what? Oh no! Like I said,
I am a pointer.
I hate it.
arrow of intimidation.
Look, you can see me reading now.
Anyway, let's all get back to where we were.
Yes, let's return to normality.
Yeah, where is it?
It's a little weird being an arrow.
Yeah, oh god, there it is. There it is. There we go.
Regulus.
Ah! I'm not supposed to be this small. There we go. Normal. What is that? You're right, what is normal? Anyway, we are going to head off now. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. This has been the workshop. Thank you to Aegis and Ryuvi. And yes, as Ryuvi was about to say, go on.
The world will be open here for an hour afterwards if you'd like to come say hi or ask questions or learn more about Facets.
Yeah. Whoppa.
I can't wear that. Yes.
You can't wear that
See
now.
you.
Bye. Let's...